that's such a big question.
Streaming is exhausting.
You're just screaming into the void on Twitch.
You're just like, I'm going to take a week off and relax. And that whole week is just spent, is anyone going to be there when I'm back? Like,
Streaming is exhausting.
Like, it's really hard to get a follow on Twitch. It's really hard, and it's even harder to get that person you follow to then turn back up for your streams.
Even if I have a stream that was really big, it doesn't matter to me as much as if that stream had moments in it that everybody's gonna, remember.
If you miss a stream, it feels like you've let a bunch of people down and you're just like, are they gonna come back?
Streaming is exhausting.
All right, gang, here's the deal. I have done something a little bit evil.
Oh, no.
I have hacked into all of your social media, your Twitch, your YouTube, your Twitter, everything, and I have deleted them. You have absolutely no following anymore whatsoever.
Okay. All gone.
But I am a merciful God.
Right.
So I will give you something back, okay? You can either have 100 average Twitch viewers the moment you go live tomorrow, and you'll always have that minimum, or you can have 1,000 views on every YouTube video you upload in the first 24 hours. Guaranteed. Which would you like back?
So completely from zero, like this isn't building on what I have already.
Without a doubt would be straight for the YouTube option. Going live in Twitch and having 100 people is all good and well, but unless you're really like changing the game on Twitch, that number just doesn't mean anything really in the grand scheme of things.
Easily for me, the 1,000 views on YouTube without a doubt. To get that momentum straight off the bat, putting into people's algorithms and YouTube going, wait a minute, we can push this out to a lot more people.
If those first 1,000 views, that's going to do a lot more for me, I think, in the long run as a content creator than it would on Twitch. Because as soon as you finish on Twitch, you just go back to zero, right?
You're only live, and that's when people can find you. Well, with YouTube, you're always live.
I would go with YouTube because I feel you can build there a little bit more, right? Like if you can get a solid footing on YouTube, you can then build up that Twitch back, like from zero.
The great thing about YouTube, I think, is that it does have that longevity. That you can put out a video and it might get 1,000 views, and then 5 months down the road you produce a video which gets 100,000 views, and then that video that you made earlier that has 1,000 views is now going to get more people feeding back into it. So you keep building on your content, so it's a much better place to start building content. But when it comes to Twitch, if you have 100 viewers now but you don't have anything to build on tomorrow, what you do tomorrow is all you have. Yesterday there's always VODs, sure. There's VODs, but nobody really watches them.
Even if you get the snowball moving on Twitch itself, you're still limited. Like, I've sat in top 3 of a category, even top 1 of a category, and haven't seen that much organic growth that hasn't come from external sources.
1,000 views on YouTube, you keep it up for like a short amount of time, you're gonna get that 100 anyway. Instead of a one or the other, it's gonna become both. If you just like put the effort in, you're gonna get both.
Like I don't stream on weekends. Like that's for me and my partner to enjoy and to do family stuff and whatever. It's hit Sunday night and it's like, oh, is anyone going to be there tomorrow? I stopped streaming 3 days ago. Like, is anyone going to be there? And it's just like, oh. Whereas like something like a YouTube video, it's always there. It's always like people are watching it whenever. I know there's VODs and stuff, but not a lot of people watch VODs. 1,
YouTube's better to monetize, especially in our current climate. 2, a regular viewer on YouTube is probably worth more than a regular viewer on Twitch is in terms of like going forwards. Like having 100 viewers per stream is pretty cool, but in the long run you'll probably make more money and more deals. Brand deals are worth more on YouTube as well.
YouTube as a monetary thing is far more stable than Twitch. Having that ad revenue is far more stable than Twitch. And so just from a general standpoint, if I had to start from scratch, YouTube would definitely be the way to go.
Albeit it's incredibly hard to make your first dollar on YouTube, where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I feel like you're probably closer to getting 4,000 watch hours with 1,000 consistent views on every single video that you upload.
In the long run, I'd say YouTube's better because, like, worst case scenario, you start streaming on YouTube then once you built more of a following.
YouTube is a platform that does everything. So I'll be able to upload those YouTube videos. I'll be able to stream on YouTube. I'll be able to create YouTube shorts. And I will have a 100% conversion ratio because everyone who watched the video is already on my YouTube. I don't have to like, okay, hey, Twitch chat, I posted a YouTube video, and then maybe 10 people go over.
Okay, so you've just mentioned something really interesting there, which is conversion rate. I want to ask all of you, if you had 100 average viewers on your Twitch right now, say you chose the other one, and you told those 100 while you were live, hey, I just uploaded a new video, go check it out. How many do you think would go across to check out the YouTube video? And would that get you anywhere close to getting the 1,000 views on your YouTube video?
No, probably not even close. Like, getting people to go from, like, Twitch to YouTube is almost impossible, because most of the time, they're already part of the people that watch your YouTube videos. So, like, you're just screaming into the void on Twitch.
Not a lot. A rough estimate, I want to say 20 to 30.
At the end of the day, internet people are lazy. Like, if someone goes, oh, I just posted a new video, and, like, I'm already watching their stream, I don't want to have to click on the link.
Maybe 5. I don't know. Either way, I feel like it would be a stretch that it was going to be 10. And then why would you want to take people away from your live content? You know what I mean? Like, I would maybe let them know there's a new video out. Feel free to check it out when you can, but I know that no one's really going to go and check it out.
10 or less people from my 100 average would probably go and watch my YouTube video, and then less of that 10 would probably watch it the whole way through.
The YouTube videos do reach a little further than your Twitch ever will. So even though, say, I have 100 viewers on Twitch, your loyal fan base, the ones that are like, they love every single thing that you make, they're going to go over and they're going to watch it on YouTube. It's not going to be everybody, but it's going to be a chunk. But YouTube will be able to tell from who those 30 people were how to recommend it to 90 other people on YouTube who like the same things. So I think that you will generally reach more on YouTube than you will on Twitch, even without contacts and, you know, a large base of people to pull from.
So all of the Twitch partners here have kind of said they'd rather have 1,000 YouTube views, but I've actually been polling my audience for the last few years, and every single time I ask this question, the majority will always say they'd rather have 100 average viewers on Twitch over YouTube. What do you guys think about that?
That's crazy.
I think like back when I started, I probably would have said the same thing too. You just learn so much as you grow, like what's important, where to put your time, and what's going to be beneficial. I guess like when you're starting off, that's the dream, right? You want to get to that point.
Maybe they're not viewing Twitch and content creation in the same sort of like light that we're viewing it. This is our job. We can sort of see those patterns of growth and be like, okay, what's more beneficial to us? They're looking at Twitch being the success, whereas the success is kind of like it's a bit broader. It's a little bit more than what Twitch is. It's about building an audience that surpasses Twitch and moves wherever you go, not wherever Twitch goes. I think they're focusing solely on Twitch.
It doesn't seem like much, because I imagine most people are watching YouTubers that are millions or hundreds of thousands, you know, and they might think that 1,000 is nothing, but like when it comes to like where we're at size-wise, like 1,000 is humongous. And it's enough to like tell the algorithm that, hey, maybe I should like recommend you a little bit.
I think a lot of people struggle to get to the 100 viewership, and that I think they also assume that 100 viewers probably means partner as well. And I think a lot of people have that on a pedestal, and that's going to unlock a lot for them. But I genuinely feel like growing your audience elsewhere, especially on YouTube, or I'd even go as far as say TikTok, can open up a lot of other doors and opportunities for you versus having that audience on Twitch.
Okay, so let's figure out a gauge here. How many average viewers would I have to give you on Twitch before you started picking Twitch instead of a YouTube video getting 1,000 views in the first 24 hours? Could I do it with 200 average viewers, 500, or is it going to need something like 1,000 average viewers?
I, right now, would still not be comfortable purely making money off of Twitch. So I'd say probably on around the 800 to 1,000 average minimum on Twitch before I would take that over regular viewers on YouTube.
I think it's tough because like who wouldn't want 1,000 average viewers, you know? I think that's pretty cool, but at the same time, like streaming is exhausting. And yes, making a video is just as exhausting if you're putting in a lot of effort, but you know, you can have something you look back and be like, I'm proud of that. How many VODs do I go back to and I'm like, this was a good stream? None. And then they're gone in like 60 days.
So Eeowna, you've actually had a lot of success lately in terms of your YouTube channel. You used to be purely Twitch and a bit of TikTok, but now you're really focusing on YouTube. And I want to know what your kind of thoughts are about that shift.
Genuinely giving YouTube one last serious go before I said maybe, you know, I just can't make YouTube work. has literally changed my life in ways I didn't expect. The only reason I'm sat here able to be a full-time content creator is because of YouTube. And all my growth recently is because of YouTube. And I know it's really difficult to get going, but it's so worth it once you kind of get the momentum started.
And did you have any experience as a video producer, an editor, or really anything to do with creating YouTube videos before this?
Taught myself everything I know. I started on TikTok because making short form was easier. My YouTube really improved its editing after I had like my TikTok year or so. The content was so much better.
So you mentioned getting your start on TikTok and that taught you how to edit, but Jack, you are one of the biggest Australian gaming TikTokers. Would you say that TikTok was a similar thing for you, that was important for when you started out?
Get on TikTok. I have never had more fun creating content than I have on TikTok. It's nowhere near as time consuming as YouTube, and just like the amount of reward that you get from TikTok compared to like other platforms. Like you could stream for 6 hours on Twitch. If I spent 6 hours making TikToks, that set me for like a month. And it's such a powerful platform. Like I went from 0 to 2.5 million in a year on TikTok. And I had a blast doing it. It's so much fun, and I still have a lot of fun doing it.
So I just jumped off that call and I have so many thoughts swirling through my head that I probably should take time to script out, but instead I want to give it to you guys raw, which is always a bad choice. I guess it really makes you think about why you want to be a Twitch streamer. If you're doing it because you just like going live, streaming, and not having a lot of stress attached to it, well, that's fine. Just have fun, do your hobby, that's great. But if you're doing this long term, you want to do this sustainably, comfortably, you want to do this where streaming will always be enjoyable and fun, and you won't have to stress about people constantly coming in and subbing, or people constantly supporting your career, or doing bigger and bigger streams every week to keep people going, never hopping offline, never missing a day. Well, it's almost like if that's your goal, that you want to just always be able to stream comfortably to viewers and not stress about money and do this full time, well, then you shouldn't be streaming. It's almost like starting out, you should just not stream whatsoever and instead purely focus on making TikToks and YouTube videos. And when you've built all those things up, go live to an already established audience. But again, that's not why we started streaming. It's just the truth of streaming nowadays. And it's a really hard pill to swallow, I think. But I guess click this video because it breaks down all of the new changes that YouTube just released that I think will really help you grow. In fact, these changes got me 100,000 views in the past 48 hours over on my new channel, which I'm not linking you because you'll go and ruin the retention rate because you're not interested in it. I'll see you guys next week.